Okay. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rara Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivashikam Vitam Sya Om Agyana Timaranda Shagana Ajana Shilakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastabeda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shad Divyat Bhagavat Prem Nawe Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandabaranam Balarka Chilanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Manditam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shidharam Bansha Kopatarubhyas Chakripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gora Chavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And this is the Madhya-lila, chapter 11, the Veda Kirtan pastimes. So this is now, we're entering in the conversation between Srila Haridas Thakur and Mahaprabhu. This Mahaprabhu has recently returned from his tour of South India to Jagannath Puri, and all the devotees have arrived from Bengal. Now Mahaprabhu is talking with Haridas Thakur. Bhakta sabdanaila Haridas enite Prabhu tomai milite chahe chalahat twarite. All the devotees that went to Haridas Thakur saying, the Lord wants to meet you, please come immediately. Haridas kohemui nicha jatichar mandira nigate chaite moranahi adhikar. Haridas Thakur replied, I cannot go near the temple because I am a low-class abominable person. I have no authority to go there. Nibrite tota madhye stana jaripan Tahampare raho ekale kalagonan. Haridas Thakur then expressed his desire. If I could just get a solitary place near the temple, I could stay there alone and pass my time. Jagannath Seva kera mora sparsha nahi hoy tahampare raho mor e bansha hoy. I do not wish the servants of Lord Jagannath to touch me. I would remain there in the garden alone. That is my desire. Ekatalok giya prabhure kohila shunya prabhuramani borasuka hoila. When this message was relayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the people, the Lord became very happy to hear it. So we see Haridas Thakur, he never tried to enter in the temple of Lord Jagannath, nor did Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, considering themselves like respecting the customs of the time, and also internally they all considered themselves unqualified to enter in the temple. Haridas Thakur is thinking he's low-born because he's born in a Muslim family, and he should not enter in the temple. Also, Rupa and Sanatan had been employed by the Muslim government. Their names were even changed to Davir Kas and Sakar Malik. So they also thought they should not enter into the temple of Lord Jagannath, and they never tried to do so during their lifetime. So now Haridas Thakur says he doesn't want to. He cannot enter in the temple, and he says, I do not wish the servants of Lord Jagannath to touch me. I would remain there in the garden alone. That is my desire. So also Sanatana Goswami expressed that later when Mahaprabhu called for him and he went through the hot burning sands by the beach rather than walk along the road near the temple, because he's saying, I don't want any of the pujaris or any of the servants of Lord Jagannath to come in contact with me, to touch me. Then they would become contaminated and unfit for their service. So they're thinking like that. Ekatalok giya prabhure kohilash shunya prabhur mane borasuka hoila. When this message was relayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the people, the Lord became very happy to hear it. Hinakali Kashi Mishra Paricha Duijan Asya Korila Prabhur Charana Bandhan. At this time, Kashi Mishra, along with the superintendent of the temple, came and offered his respects unto the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the Gambhir, where Mahaprabhu stays, is the house of Kashi Mishra. And Kashi Mishra also is the king, also Maharaj Prataparudra often consults with him. Because it's the king's position. He's the king, he's Kshatriya, so he's consulting with advisors who are of the Brahmin community. Sarva Vaishnava Deki Sukha Bora Paila Jata Jogya Sava Sane Nande Milila. Upon seeing all the Vaishnavas together, Kashi Mishra and the superintendent became very happy. With great happiness, they met with the devotees in a befitting manner. Prabhupada Duijane Koila Nivedane Agyadeho Vaishnavere Kore Samadane. Both submitted to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please give us orders so that we may make proper arrangements to accommodate all the Vaishnavas who are, these are the Vaishnavas who have just arrived from Bengal. Sabar Koriache Bhasa Grihastan Mahaprasada Savakare Kore Samadan. Accommodations have been arranged for all the Vaishnavas. Now let us distribute Mahaprasadam to all of them. Prabhu Kohe Gopinatha Jaha Vaishnavaloya Jahan Jahan Kohe Basa Tahan Deholoya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately told Gopinath Acharya, please go with the Vaishnavas and accommodate them in whatever residences Kashi Mishra and the temple superintendent offer. Mahaprasadana Deho Paninatastane Sarva Vaishnavera Iho Korive Samadane. When the Lord told Kashi Mishra and the temple superintendent, as for the remnants of food left by Jagannath, let them be delivered to Vaninath Rai's charge, for he can take care of all the Vaishnavas and distribute Mahaprasadam to them. Amaranikate Pushpera Udyane Ekai Garache Paramanirjane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, near by my place, in this garden of flowers, is a single room that is very solitary. Segara Amake Deho Ache Prayojan Nibrite Basiyatahan Koriva Smaran. Please give that room to me, for I have a need for it. Indeed, I shall remember the lotus feet of the Lord sitting in that solitary place. Mishra Gohe Sabatomar Chaha Ki Karane Apana Ichaya Laha Je Tomaramane. Kashi Mishra then told Mahaprabhu, everything belongs to you. What is the use of your begging? By your own will you can take whatever you like. Amidue Hoy Tomar Dash Agyakori Jai Jaha Se Agya Deho Kripa Kori. My Lord, we are your two servants and are here just to carry out your orders. By your mercy, please tell us to do whatever you want. Etako he duijane vidai loila Gopinath Vaninath duhe sange nila. Saying this, Kasi Mishra and the temple superintendent and the temple inspector took their leave, and Gopinath and Vaninath went with them. Gopinath dekailasa basagar, Vaninath tai dila prashada bistar. Gopinath was then shown all the residential quarters, or all the residential places, and Vaninath was given large quantities of Mahaprasadam left by Lord Jagannath. Vaninath aila bahu prasad pitalaya, Gopinath aila bhasha samskara korea. Thus Vaninath Rai returned with large quantities of Lord Jagannath's food remnants, Jagannath Prasad, including cakes and other good eatables. Gopinath Acharya also returned after cleansing all the residential quarters. Mahaprabhu kohe shuna sarva vaishnava gan nija nija bhasa sabe korahagaman. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then addressed all the Vaishnavas and requested that they listen to him. He said, now you can go to your respective residential quarters. Samudra snan kore kora chada darshan tabe aji ihan ashi korive bojan. Go to the sea and bathe and look at the top of the temple. After so doing, please come back here and take your lunch. Shuddha darshan. So Mahaprabhu instructed them, you go bathe in the sea. Jagannath Puri is along the ocean. Bathe in the sea, and then while you're there, then you can see the top of the Jagannath temple. There's a chakra on the top of the temple. You can worship that. Then come back here and take prasadam. Prabhu namaskare sabe basate chalila Gopinath Acharya sabe basastana dila. After offering obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees departed for their residences, and Gopinath Acharya showed them their respective quarters. Mahaprabhu aila tabe Haridas milane Haridas kore preme nama sankirtane. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to meet Haridas Thakur, and he saw him engaged in chanting the Mahamantra with ecstatic love. Haridas, so Haridas is there chanting Nam Sankirtan, chanting the Lord's holy names. Prabhu deki pariyage dandavad hoya, Prabhu alingana koila tare uttaya. As soon as Haridas Thakur saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately fell down like a stick to offer him obeisances. That means offering dandavat pranams. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised him up and embraced him. Duijane prema veshe korana krandane Prabhu gune britya bika Prabhu britya gune. Then both the Lord and his servant began to cry in ecstatic love. Indeed, the Lord was transformed by the qualities of his servant, and the servant was transformed by the qualities of his master. So Haridas is meeting with Mahaprabhu. Haridas kohe prabhuna chuniyo more muinicha asprisya parama pamare. Haridas Thakur said, my dear Lord, please do not touch me, for I am most fallen and untouchable, and am the lowest among men. Prabhu kohe toma sparshi pavitra hoite tomara pavitra dharma nahika amate. The Lord said, I wish to touch you just to be purified, for your purified activities do not exist in me. Kane kane koratumi sarvatirte snan. Kane koratumi yagya tapudan. Mahaprabhu exalted Haridas Thakur, stating, at every moment you take your bath in all the holy places of pilgrimage, and at every moment you perform great sacrifices, austerity and charity. Nimantara korachare veda adyayan dvijanyase hoite tumi parama pavan. You are constantly studying the four Vedas, and you are far better than any Brahmin or sannyasi. Ahobata svapachoto gariyan yajivagre vartate namatubhyam tepus tapas te jehuvu shashnurarya brahmanuchur nama grinanti yete. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse. My dear Lord, one who always keeps your holy name on his tongue becomes greater than an initiated Brahmin. Although he may be born in a family of dog-eaters and therefore by material calculation maybe the lowest among men, he is still glorious. This is the wonderful effect of chanting the holy name of the Lord. It is therefore concluded that one who chants the holy name of the Lord should be understood to have performed all kinds of austerities and great sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. He has already taken his bath in holy places of pilgrimage. He has studied all the Vedas, and he is actually an Aryan. So, the word Aryan means advanced. Unless one is spiritually advanced, he cannot be called an Aryan. And this is the difference between Aryan and non-Aryan. Non-Aryans are those who are not spiritually advanced. By following the Vedic culture, by performing great sacrifices, and by becoming a strict follower of the Vedic instructions, one may become a Brahmana sannyasi or an Aryan. It is not possible to become a Brahmin, sannyasi, or Aryan without being properly qualified. Bhagavat Dharma never allows one to become a cheap Brahmin, sannyasi, or Aryan. The qualities or qualifications described herein are quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam and were spoken by Devahuti, the mother of Kapila Dev, when she understood the influence of devotional service bhakti yoga. In this way, Devahuti praised the devotee, pointing out his greatness in all respects. So the verse is talking about that even dog-eaters are called svapacha, chandala. They're persons who are really completely outside the spiritual culture. They eat dogs. There are many places in this world where they eat dogs. And that is considered very low culture, not a cultured person. Someone who is a dog eater. But those persons, even though they're born in family of dog eaters, if they chant the holy name, they become devotees, and they're considered more than qualified Brahmins. Etabolitare loya kela pushpodhyane ati nibrite tare dila vasastane. Saying this, Mahaprabhu took Haridas Thakur within the flower garden, and there in a very secluded place he showed him his residence. Because Haridas Thakur was saying he's not qualified in the temple, and he asked if I could just have a solitary place where I could sit down and chant the Maha Mantra, then I'd be very satisfied. So Mahaprabhu took Haridas within the flower garden, and there in a very secluded place he showed him his residence. He had asked Kashi Mishra and the temple superintendent, I need a solitary place. I need this place in the flower garden. And it's actually for Haridas Thakur. Estane rohe kora nama sankirtan pratidin asyami koriva milan. Almost. Very good. Estane rahi kora nama sankirtan pratidina asyami koriva milan. Mahaprabhu requested Haridas Thakur, remain here and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I shall personally come here to meet you daily. Mandirer Chakradeki Korea Pranam Etai Tomara Ashive Prasadan. Remain here peacefully and look at the chakra on the top of the temple and offer obeisances. As far as your prasadam is concerned, I shall arrange to have that sent here. Nityananda Jagannananda Damodar Mukunda Haridase Mili Sabe Paila Ananda. When Nityananda Prabhu, Jagannananda Prabhu, Damodar Prabhu, and Mukunda Prabhu met Haridas Thakur, they all became very pleased. Samudrasnan Kore Prabhu Island Nijastane Advaitade Gela Sindhu Korivare Snane. When Mahaprabhu returned to his residence after taking a bath in the sea, all the devotees, headed by Advaita Prabhu, went to bathe in the sea. Asi Jagannath there, Koile, Churadarshan, Prabhu Abase, Aila, Korite Bojan. After bathing in the sea, Advaita Prabhu and all the other devotees returned, and on the return they saw the top of the Jagannath temple. They then went to the residence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take their lunch. So they're worshipping the chakra on the top of the Jagannath temple. They're bathing, and as Mahaprabhu is instructing, they're looking to the top of the Jagannath temple, to the chakra there. Sabare Vasaila Prabhu Jogya Kramakori Sri Haste Pariveshan Koilagora Hari. One after the other, Mahaprabhu made all the devotees sit in their proper places. He then began to distribute prasadam with his own transcendental hand. Alpa Ananahiaishe Dite Prabhur Hate Duitiner Anadena Ek Pate. All the devotees were served prasadam on plantain leaves, banana leaves. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the devotees were served prasadam on plantain leaves, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed on each leaf a quantity suitable for 2 to 3 men to eat, for his hand could not distribute less than that. Prabhu na kaile kehuna kore bojan, urdwa haste base rohe sarva bhaktagan. All the devotees kept their hands raised over the prasadam distributed to them, for they did not want to eat without seeing the Lord eat first. Swarup Gosai Prabhu ke koila nivedan, tumina basile kehuna kore bojan. Swarup Damodar then informed Mahaprabhu, unless you sit and take prasadam, no one will accept it. Tomasange rohe jata sannyasi ragan, Gopinath Acharya tare koriyache nimantran. Gopinath Acharya has invited all the sannyasis who remain with you to come and take prasadam. Acharyasi jachen bikara prasadanalaya, Puri Bharati Achen Tomara Apeka Korea. Gopinath Acharya has already come, bringing sufficient remnants of food to distribute to all the sannyasis, and sannyasis like Paramananda Puri and Brahmananda Bharati are waiting for you. Nityananda Loya Bhikka Korite Vaishya Tumi Vaishnavera Pariveshan Kori Techiyami. You may sit down and accept the lunch with Nityananda Prabhu, and I shall distribute the prasadam to all the Vaishnavas. Tape Prabhu Prasadana Govinda Hate Dila Jatna Kori Haridas Thakur Pataila. After this, Mahaprabhu carefully delivered some prasadam into the hands of Govinda to be given to Haridas Thakur. So Mahaprabhu sent prasadam for Haridas. Apane Basila Sab Sanyasira Loya Pariveshana Kore Acharya Harashita Hoya. Then Mahaprabhu personally sat down to accept lunch with the other devotees, with the other sannyasis. Then Mahaprabhu personally sat down to accept lunch with the other sannyasis, and Gopinath Acharya began to distribute the prasadam with great pleasure. Swarup Gosai Damodar Jaganananda Vaishnavere Pariveshe Tinjanayananda. You open that door, please. Get a little fresh air in here. I don't know. Just the door. Apane basila sab sanyasira loya pariveshana kori acharya harashita hoya. Then Mahaprabhu personally sat down to accept lunch with the other sannyasis, and Gopinath Acharya began to distribute the prasadam with great pleasure. Maybe if you turn the fan pointing towards the door, it'll blow some air out of here and create some current or something. Just an idea. Think that'll work?
I think it will.
Not high, it's too loud. Abane basila sab sanyasira loya pariveshana kori acharya harashita hoya. Swarup Gosai Damodar Jaganananda Vaishnavere Pariveshe Tinjanayananda. Then Swarup Damodar Pandit and Jaganananda all began to distribute prasadam to the devotees with great pleasure. Nana Pita Pana Kaya Akanta Puriya Maje Maje Hari Kohe Anandita Hoya. They all ate. They ate all kinds of cakes and sweet rice, filling themselves up to their throats, and at intervals they vibrated the holy names of the Lord in great jubilation. And this is Nana Pita Pana Kai. Actually, Pita Pana is something that's made in orissa. Pita and Pana is refers to a drink and like some soft kind of cakes that they make in orissa. So we're taking that and Bojana samapta hoila koila achaman sabare paraila prabhu maulya chandan. After everyone had finished his lunch and washed his mouth and hands, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally decorated everyone with flower garlands and sandalwood pulp. Vishram Gorite Sabe Nijabasa Gela Sanjakali Ashipuna Prabhuke Milila. After thus accepting prasadam, they all went to take rest at their respective, After thus accepting prasadam, they all went to take rest at their respective residences, and in the evening they again came to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Henakale Ramananda Ila Prabhustane Prabhu Milaila Tare Sab Vaishnava Gane. At this time, Ramananda Raya also came to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the Lord took the opportunity to introduce him to all the Vaishnavas. Of course, Ramananda Roy is known to all the devotees in Orissa, but now many devotees have arrived from Bengal. So Ramananda Roy is very dear to Mahaprabhu, and he's being introduced to all the devotees, especially those who have come from Bengal. Sabaloya Gela Prabhu Jagannath Rathayatra Kirtana Ramba Tata Koila Mahashai. The great personality of God at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then took all of them to the temple of Jagannath and began doing kirtan with all the devotees. Took them to the temple of Jagannath and began the congregational chanting in the holy name there. Sandhya Dup Deki Rambila Sankirtan Padichashi Sabare Dilamaya Chandan. After seeing the Dup Arti of the Lord, they all began congregationally chanting. Then the Padicha, the superintendent of the temple, came and offered flower garlands and sandalwood pulp to everyone. Chari Dike Chari Sampradaya Korena Kirtan Madhya Nritya Kore Prabhu Sachiranandan. 4 parties were then distributed in 4 directions to perform Sankirtan, and in the middle of them the Lord himself, known as the son of Mother Sachi, began to dance. Ashtamridanga Bhaje Matrisha Karta Haridwane Korirabe Bole Balo Balo. Ashtamridanga Bhaje Matrisha Karta Haridwane Korirabe Bole Balo Balo. In the 4 groups, there were 8 mridangas and 32 cymbals, or kartals. Altogether, they began to vibrate the transcendental sound, and everyone said, "Very good, very good." Kirtanera Dwani Maha Mangala Uttila Chaturdasha Lokbare Brahmanda Berila. When the tumultuous vibration of Sankirtan resounded, all good fortune immediately awakened, and the sound penetrated the whole universe through the 14 planetary systems. Kirtan Arambe Prema Uttale Chalila Nilachala Basi Lok Dana I love. When the congregational chanting began, ecstatic love immediately overflooded everyone, and all the residents of Jagannath Puri came running. Kirtan deke sabar mane hoila chamatkar kabu nahi deki aiche premara vikar. Everyone was astonished to see such a performance of Sankirtan, and they all agreed that never before had Kirtan been so performed in ecstatic love of God, so exhibited. So we heard when the devotees from Bengal arrived that the king, Maharaj Prataparudra, he went to the roof of his palace along with Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma. And the king said, "Well, we've heard many times people chanting the holy names of the Lord, but never like this. This is very, very special." And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, "Yes, this is The special contribution of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Prema Kirtan or Prema Sankirtan, chanting in love of Godhead. So this is what made the Kirtan so special, and everyone who is there joining in the Kirtan, they're perceiving that. Kirtan deki sabar mane hoila chamatkar kabuna hi deki aiche premara vikar. Everyone was astonished to see such a performance of Sankirtan, and they all agreed that never before had Kirtan been so performed in ecstatic love of God, so exhibited. Tabe Prabhu Jagannath Mandira Bedia Pradakina Kori Bulen Nartana Korea. At this time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu circumambulated the temple of Jagannath and continuously danced about the whole area. Age pache gana kore chari sampradaya acha dera kale dare nityananda rai. As the circumambulation was performed, they're doing parikrama. Well, what do you call it when you go around the temple? Circumambulation. What's the word they're doing? What is the word? Huh?
Circumambulate, no? Parikrama?
Yeah, like that. As the circumambulation was performed, the four kirtan parties sang in front and in the rear. When Mahaprabhu fell down to the ground, Sri Nityananda Rai Prabhu lifted him up. Ashru Pulaka Kampa Shreda Gambira Hunkar Primera Bikara Deki Loke Chamatkar. While Kirtan was going on, there was a tumultuous. While Kirtan was going on, there was a transformation of ecstatic love and much tears, jubilation, trembling, perspiration, and deep resounding in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Upon seeing this transformation, all the people present became very much astonished. So they could see all these transformations of ecstasy on the body of Mahaprabhu, and everyone, no one has seen anything like this. So everyone is very amazed. I heard elsewhere that Maharaj Prataparudra, he's sometimes seeing this, and he didn't know what to think, because Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy starts foaming at the mouth, and foam is profusely coming from his mouth, and sometimes part of his body is quivering, it's shaking, and other part of his body is like stunned, like paralyzed, and the transformations that Mahaprabhu is showing are like they're astounding. And Maharaj Prataparudra is the king is looking at this, and he doesn't know what to think. So he doesn't know. And at the same time, he's been worshiping Lord Jagannath for so long, and then the king has a dream. And in his dream, Lord Jagannath appears to him. And Lord Jagannath has all this foam coming from his mouth and everything. So then the king could understand something about who Mahaprabhu is, what kind of transformations are going on in him. While Kirtan was going on, there was a transformation of ecstatic love and much tears, jubilation, trembling, perspiration, and deep resounding in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's hunkar. It means he's just roaring, literally roaring. Upon seeing this transformation, all the people present became very much astonished. Pikare dara jini ashrunayane charidike lok sab koraye snane. The tears from the eyes of the Lord came out with great force, like water from a syringe. Indeed, all the people who surrounded him were moistened by his tears. Beranritya Mahaprabhu kore katakan mandire pacherohe koreye kirtan. After circumambulating the temple, Mahaprabhu for some time remained at the rear of the temple and continued his sankirtan. Charidike Chari Sampradaya Uchaishwarigai Madhye Tandava Nritya Korigorarai. On all four sides, the four Sankirtan groups chanted very loudly, and in the middle, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced, jumping high. Bahukana Nritya Kore Prabhu Stira Hoila Chare Mahan Tere Tabe Nachite Agyadila. After dancing for a long time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became still and ordered four great personalities to begin to dance. Ek Sampradaya Nache Nityananda Raya Advaita Acharya Nache Ara Sampradaya. In one group, Nityananda Prabhu began to dance, and in another group, Advaita Acharya began to dance. In one group, Nityananda began to dance, and in another group, Advaita Acharya began to dance. My eyes itch, I don't know what. Ara Sampradaya Nache Pandita Brakeshwar Srivas Nache Ara Sampradaya Bitar. Brakeshwar Pandit began to dance in another group, and in yet another group, Haridas Thakur began to dance. Madhya Rohe Mahaprabhu Korana Darshan Tahanek Aishwarya Tara Hoila Prakatan. While this dancing was going on, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu watched them and performed a miracle. Charidike Nitya Gita Kore Jatajan Sarideke Prabhu Kore Amare Darshan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stood in the middle of the dancers, and all the devotees in all four directions perceived that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was looking at them. So they're to the right and left and front, behind, and everyone's, and Mahaprabhu is in the middle, and everyone's perceiving that Mahaprabhu is looking at them. So this is, how. Chari Janer Nritya Dekite Prabhu Abhilashe Kore Aishwarya Prakash. Wanting to see the dancing of the four great personalities, Mahaprabhu exhibited this miracle of seeing everyone. So he's watching the dancing in all four groups at the same time, and everyone's perceiving that he's looking at them. Darshane Aveshatara Deke Matrajane Kemone Chodike Deke Ihanahijane. Everyone who saw Mahaprabhu could understand that he was performing a miracle, but they did not know how it was that he could see on all four sides. Pulina Bojane Jena Krishna Majestane Chodikera Saka Kohe Amare Nehane. In his own pastimes in Vrindavan, when Krishna used to eat on the bank of the Jamuna and sit in the center of his friends, every one of the cowherd boys would perceive that Krishna was looking at him. In the same way, when Mahaprabhu observed the dancing, everyone saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was facing him. Nritya korite je aishe sanidane Mahaprabhu koritare drida lingane. When someone came nearby while dancing, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would tightly embrace him. Mahanritya Mahaprema Mahasankirtan Deke Prema Veshe Bhashe Nila Chalajan. Upon seeing the great dancing, great love, and great Sankirtan, all the people of Jagannath Puri floated in an ecstatic ocean of love. Gajapati Rajashuni Kirtana Mahatva Atalika Charideke Swagana Sahita. Hearing the greatness of the Sankirtan, Maharaj Prataparudra went up to the top of his palace and watched the performance with his personal associates. Kirtana Dekiya Rajar Hoila Chamatkar Prabhu Ke Milite Utkanta Marilapar. The king was very much astonished to see Mahaprabhu's kirtan, and the king's anxiety to meet him increased unlimitedly. Because the king wants Mahaprabhu's darshan, but Mahaprabhu says, I won't meet with a king. I'm not going to meet with rich men, with kings. I'm not going to, He's giving an example to the devotees. One's not approaching these kind of persons to curry some kind of favor from them. But the king is really exceptional. He's a great devotee, but Mahaprabhu doesn't want to meet with a king, but the king is like determined he must meet with Mahaprabhu. The king was very much astonished to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's kirtan, and the king's anxiety to meet him increased unlimitedly. Kirtan samapte prabhu deki pushpanjali sarva vaishnava loya prabhu aila bhashachali. After the Sankirtan ended, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu watched the offering of flowers to the Lord Jagannath deity. Then he and all the Vaishnavas returned to his residence. Padichani adila prashada bistars sabare bantiya taham dilena ishwar. The superintendent of the temple then brought large quantities of prasadam, which Mahaprabhu personally distributed to all the devotees. Sabare vidai dila korite shayan emata lila kore sachira nandan. Finally they all departed to rest in bed. In this way, Mahaprabhu, the son of Sachimata, performed his pastimes. Javadachila sabe Mahaprabhu sange pratidina emata kore kirtan range. As long as the devotees remained at Jagannath Puri with Mahaprabhu, the pastime of Sankirtan was performed with great jubilation every day. Eta kohilun prabhur kirtana vilas jeba iha shune hoy Chaitanya Radas. In this way I have explained the Lord's pastime of Sankirtan, and I bless everyone with this benediction. By listening to this description, one will surely become a servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Rupa Raghunath Parijaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas, praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-lila 11th chapter, describing the Beta Kirtan pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we can sing Harihara. Hare Hare Rama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hare Rama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinath Maranamo Giridhari Gopinath Maranamo Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jagannath Srivasari Gaura Bhattacharya Jagannath Srivasari Gaura Bhattacharya Jaya Rupa Sanatan Vatsaraguna Jaya Rupa Sanatan Vatsaraguna Shiva Gopala Bhattacharya Shiva Gopala Bhattacharya Krishna Parikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dham Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Kartik Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Damodar Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Niyama Seva Ki Jai. Shri Urja Vrata Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Pawan Janardhan Maharaj Ki Jai.